calling is way down the list. I
Yep.
mean, you said that, but as you're telling us these things, it sure, yeah, it just makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Yet, in my opinion, I mean, there's so much emphasis on calling.
Yep,
Not to say calling should be ignored, but,
yep.
you know,
And the biggest thing I think, two things you gotta do. One thing, you gotta get, I'm on Quaker Boys Pro staff. I
Yep.
mean, I'm not gonna stand here and tell you buy a Quaker Boy game calls because they're the best there are. What you have to do with a call is get one you feel comfortable with
Yep.
and have confidence in.
okay,
That's the biggest thing. And
Yeah.
you gotta be able to control the call. I mean, you gotta be able, it's one thing to pick up a mouth call and call real
Yeah.
loud as the turkey's coming in, but where you're gonna blow it 90% of the time is when that turkey gets within sight.
Yeah.
50, 60 yards, you
Yeah.
gotta be able to look down your gun and go real soft, be able to call
Yeah.
real soft.
yeah.
Where your heart's boom, boom, boom.
So closing that distance,
Yep,
putting
yep,
the
close that
finishing
distance,
touches
yep,
on the
yep,
hunt then,
Yep.
yeah.
You're very seldom gonna scare them calling if you can't see them
Yeah.
or they're 100 yards away or
Yeah.
75 yards away. But when a turkey comes in, the biggest thing you gotta remember when a turkey comes in, it's looking for something to move. It heard a hen, it's looking for her. They'll
Yeah.
walk in, stand real straight, look, come walking in, stop, look around. I mean, they're looking for something to move.
And I know birds have great vision. How about the turkey?
Yep. They can see 270 degrees without turning their head.
Ooh, wow.
The only
Yeah.
place they can't see is right behind, right in the back of their head, and when they're looking at you, they're not looking straight at you, they're looking sideways. When they'll turn their head, they're looking right straight at you.
Wow. Yeah, giving the evil eye,
Yep.
the stink eye.
Yep, yep,
That's moments before you hear the alarm putt.
yep, yep.
Hopefully not, but wow. So I mean, well, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself, but I mean, if you're going to make a move when a turkey's in your distance, where you say, well, geez, I sat here and I didn't put my gun up to my shoulder, you
The
know.
biggest thing that I found, and try this, is don't make a sudden move. What you want to do is move a little bit at a time.
Okay.
Little bit, little bit, little bit. And even when you're turning your gun, because I'll sit with my back against the tree, I'll have my knee
Yeah.
up, and if I have to move, I don't go one movement. I'll just move it a little bit at a time. Stop, stop.
Great
And
advice.
they don't seem to pick that
Oh,
up.
great advice. Because
Yep,
not to say a guy can't figure that out, but
Yep.
that's experience out in the woods.
yep, exactly.
More than 1 year, you
Yep.
know, because you got to get in that situation.
Yep.
And those situations don't happen, and when they do, the last thing you want is to,
Yep.
well, spook the gobbler.
I've found that works really good.
Wow.
As opposed to trying to move your whole gun. Just
Yeah.
move it a little bit at a time.
I like
Where the turkey's walking, move
Yeah.
it, stop, 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 stop.
Yeah.
Just move it a little bit at a time and
Yeah.
then stop.
Wow.
They don't seem to pick that up.
Huh. Scouting, I always kind of called it locating, but those are really two different things.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
scouting's one thing, but I mean,
Well, when you're scouting, you're actually locating.
Okay.
You know, I'll go out in the morning, I'll hoot with my boys.
yeah.
Who cooks
Oh,
for you?
not
Who
many
cooks for
people
you?
can do that
Yep.
without a call in their
And you
shoved in their
don't-
mouth.
You don't have to sound exactly like an owl. I mean, like I'll go out, if I think they're farther away, I'll or I'll just go one time.
Ah, okay.
So, because if you go through
Shocking.
the whole sequence of that and they gobble into it, and you might not hear it.
Yeah.
So you just and just you know they'll
Yeah.
gobble with that.
Yeah, boy, you can be in a sour mood, thinking, "Oh, we haven't located one." Boy, you do that, and he gobbles it. Boy, it changes the outlook on life.
Yep, sure does.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
gives you some hope
Yep.
for
Yep.
either for that right that day, or if you're doing it in the evening.
Oh yeah.
At least,
Yep.
boy, you go back to camp thinking, "Oh, we've located him. He gobbled, and boy, tomorrow's going to be a fun day." But
Yep.
you know, sometimes things
Yeah,
just
that's the
go on.
biggest thing. Knowing they're there.
Yeah,
That's what's nice. You know, then I'll hoot in the morning, I'll blow a crow call in the middle
yeah,
of the day.
okay,
Then you can either blow a crow call and sound like a crow, but I try to get it where you can get a real ring out of it. You can sound like a crow, or you can go, get that real high pitched
Yeah.
ring to it.
where they
Yep.
shock them into
Yep,
the
the shock
gobble. Okay.
That's what they're doing.
Oh, neat,
Yep.
neat. Boy, because I haven't had much luck with a crow call, but I see exactly why I may be missing the mark.
Yep, Yeah, you bite down on that and you blow it real hard and get the pitch. They seem to respond to a higher pitch
I mean, is
more
it like
than the actual sound of the
okay.
call.
Maybe like, I mean, not to pair it with a dog whistle, but you know,
Yep,
you either
Yep.
got one that's going to work or you don't.
yep,
You know, and they
Yep.
will respond or not. Well, that reminds me. I mean, they were selling everything that we'd buy
yeah,
that would, you know, turkey call wise, and I bought a peacock thing and
yeah.
a dog whistle that I knew really didn't work, but
Yeah.
I thought, well, I got it. You know?
I've even took goose calls out. You
Really?
know, blow a goose call and get them to gobble.
I'll be
Yep.
darned, huh? Yeah, you find something.
Carry a goose call, yep.
Yeah, you know, two things don't work, but maybe that other one did. And
Yep,
what worked yesterday might not work tomorrow.
yep,
Yeah.
exactly right.
Wow. Huh. Well, you got some camel on, but you know, I'm thinking in my mind because I mean, we know camel, but I mean, you said 270 degrees they can see, so
270
obviously,
degrees without turning their head, yep.
wow, you got to blend in.
Yep,
So I would think,
Yeah.
camouflage is at least a little bit important.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wear complete camouflage, head net, you know, with my glasses cut out, gloves. I got my gun taped.
Wow. So everything.
Yep, everything's camel.
Yeah.
Even like I shoot a Remington 1187 now.
Yeah.
It's got the chrome bolt.
Yep.
Then I'll take a felt marker and I'll color that in black, you know, or green, or you can
Wow.
just something to break that glare. So
Yeah. Boy, if I borrowed my buddy's 1100 or what? Yeah, the auto loader.
Yep.
And I took a felt marker to that. Oh, yeah. But hey, you can get that stuff off.
Yeah, it comes right off.
Oh yeah,
you can wipe it right
it'd
off.
irritate
Yep.
him though if I returned it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what a turkey hunter, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you do what you know. Hence, a lot of people buy that turkey gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You just there's other ways to camo stuff up.
Right.
I guess that's what my next question
There's a lot
is.
of, well, even they sell the guns that are
Yeah.
completely camo too.
Yeah.
You know, that get, you know, completely camo on the bolts,
Yeah.
anodized black, you know,
Yep.
black oxide or something, so you
Yeah.
don't get the glare.
Not to say a person won't have to spend a little bit of money, but a person doesn't have to chase every advertisement on television and buy everything they have to offer them. I mean, a person can get into turkey hunting
Right.
with not a lot of money. I mean,
Right.
if they're already hunting, say, deer with a bow and arrow and they got some camouflage,
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
could someone pick up, I mean,
Yeah, you can use the same camouflage that you bow hunt with. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I do. You know, that's
Yeah.
what I use. This, you know, I don't have a different set of camouflage for
Right.
everything I use. I just use the stuff I bow hunt with. You know.
yeah, absolutely. And so if a guy has a guy or gal has a, say, a pop-up blind,
Yeah.
that's camouflage for deer hunting. I mean,
Yep.
that's a good turkey
Yep.
thing. And why would somebody maybe I see that on television sometimes or online where someone's sitting outside next to a tree and then the next person's sitting in a blind. I mean, pluses and
Well,
minuses.
sometimes you got to, you know, if you got a caller, a guy that's calling. Personally, I like the biggest thing, and it took me a long time to figure this out, is you got to be comfortable.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to, whether you sit in a blind or whether you sit outside, you got to be comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, they make the little seats where you can sit on,
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
chairs. I mean, the chairs work good.
Yeah.
I got what they call a fat boy cushion. It's pretty expensive, but I mean, if you want to sit a
man.
long time,
Yeah.
it's worth it. It's
Oh,
worth
absolutely.
It. It's worth it.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's, when you say expensive in the line of cushions, it's an expensive one,
Yeah.
but it's not like you're going to spend hundreds of dollars
Right.
on something.
Yeah, I think
So
they were like $50 or
Yeah.
$55.
lasts forever.
That's worth its weight in gold. I mean,
Yeah.
I use it to turkey hunt with. I use it sitting in a ladder stand.
Yeah.
I mean, I use it a lot.
Yeah,
And it's good
absolutely.
and comfortable, and you can sit a long time.
Yeah.
The more comfortable you can sit, without doing a lot of shifting, moving around, the better off you're going to be.
Yeah.
Especially on a late hunt, when the later hunts, where you're going to sit a lot more and you're going to call a lot less.
Yeah.
Because the turkey's been chased, they've been shot at, they've been
Yep.
called to, and they're not apt to come running right in gobbling like they would early in the year.
Wow.
They're going to come walking and they'll gobble 75 yards away.
Yep.
You'll sit quiet, and that's another kind of thing with the crow call. You know, if they gobble a long ways away and I'll call at them, they gobble and then they get real quiet, I'll blow a crow call and see if they're coming in closer to me.
Okay.
So I'm not really exposing my position,
Yeah.
but I'm just seeing what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, those are neat techniques.
Yeah.
You're mixing it up a little bit, so you
Mix it up.
Yeah. You know, I remember seeing a hunt on TV, and the guy talked about turkeys have, in animals in general, but turkeys have kind of that internal GPS, he kind of said, where you blow, or you hit your friction call, you blow a mouth call, whatever it is. He's got you picked,
Yeah.
and he's going to come in, he's going to look at that spot.
Yeah.
And but you know, you just brought up a way to kind of mix that up a little bit. That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
You know, you being on the Quaker staff or Quaker Boys pro staff, I got to believe you're probably familiar with the late Dick Kirby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that was one of my first turkey hunting videos I rented. When it was I rented it from Bay Archery,
Yeah.
and I remember going in there, and Brian was in there, and he recommended that one. It was a neat video, and of course, you know, I was hooked on that hunting, probably because I took that class you taught. You know, so if my wife complains, I'll send her your way. And but I remember him talking about sitting on a cushion, because you were just talking about that. And he says, well, you decide you're going to spend money and you get a turkey hunt vest, you know, don't just buy a turkey hunting vest. And he said, if some of them come with cushions, that's good. But he says, you got to have a cushion.
Yep.
You know, them things, a little foam that are like a 1/4 inch. He said, if you think you aren't going to feel something. And I remember him saying, and it's so true. You sit down and you think, wow, this is comfortable. Within 5 minutes, you're going to feel every stick, pebble, you know.
Yep.
He said,
Yep.
Princess and the Pea ain't got nothing on this one. I remember him saying that, and it was funny, you know. But, yeah, it was fun watching those videos.
Yeah.
And they, as you know, they were the real deal.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, being comfortable is huge.
Wow.
I mean, it is huge. Tent
Yeah.
blind, the chairs. Like I said, I got the tent blinds, I got the folding chairs, I got
Yeah.
the smaller chairs, but you can go out there and you can sit for a long time
Yeah.
and not fidget around a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I remember taking a couple guys out in different times, and you know, I was hauling a couple chairs that are a little heavy, but
Yep.
I kind of knew after talking to these guys that they needed something really
Yeah.
comfortable. And he said, I just bring those little camp fold up ones. I said, I ain't sitting in those things for 2 hours. And so, you know, I said, you haul this or that and the other thing. I was hauling chairs.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But they both got gobblers that
Oh,
morning, and then we just sat long enough,
Yeah.
and they came
Yeah.